Welcome back to our Halloween edition of Live on Lakeside. And you know, Halloween is a time for spooky fun for kids, no matter how you're celebrating today and tonight for that matter. Safety should be part of your plans always.
Absolutely. And we're talking today with Nicole Higgins, an injury prevention specialist from Akron Children's Hospital. We love Akron Children's.
Yes, we do.
Sure. We're talking about Halloween safety for all ages, especially tonight, because with the weather getting a little bit wet and a lot wet. Windy. Yeah. So Nicole, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. We're just here to talk about how this is a really dangerous day for teens. It's one of the, or for young children or teens out on, trick-or-treating. So we just want to make sure that safety is at the forefront of what we're doing as we're out trick-or-treating and having fun. So
what would be the #1 safety concern?
Basically kids darting out into the road or not crossing in the appropriate areas. So as parents or caregivers, when we're out with our young children trick-or-treating, we want to provide some foundation for how to keep them safe. So if maybe me walking by the street and then my kid walking in the sidewalk going to houses can provide a little bit of protection,
right.
Establishing some rules and guidelines of what we're going to do. We're going to walk on the sidewalk. We're going to cross at not at the intersections, but where the crosswalks are marked.
It's so important too, because kids, they're kids.
Yeah.
Especially when they're not themselves and they're dressed like the Flash or somebody fast. They may jet out and dart. So let's do this. Let's just tell everyone in any neighborhood you're in, not only no texting, of course, never, but just stay off your phone all the way.
Yeah.
Not even Bluetooth it, because you need your eyes watching out. Exactly, for everything.
It's getting dark.
Yeah, and you want to be able to experience that as either a parent walking with your kids or a driver. So especially for new drivers who might have just started driving this year, parents and caregivers having conversation with their new drivers about being aware, not relying on our backup cameras. It's a tool, but we want to make sure we're always paying attention and our sensors that might not be working.
And the speed limit should be lowered by half.
Yes, definitely slow down.
Yes.
Be aware. So more of that heads up, phones down mentality as we go, trick or treating, and making sure we just take time when we're transitioning to and from places while we're driving.
How about making it safe for the kids trick or treating and coming to our house?
Yeah, so definitely if I'm going to be hosting some kids to come trick or treating, making sure that it's easily accessible to them. So no pumpkins in the way, no spooky vines.
Well lit.
Well lit. Definitely, and maybe refraining from candles and using more of the LED lights. And then just being mindful that steps are a hazard for kids. So if I can come off the porch and maybe under a covered area, that'll take away some of those trouble areas for kids.
And Nicole, let's talk about the kids in costume. What can they do to make their costumes, even though they're wearing costumes, to make them safe as well?
So we want to make sure it fits properly. So I know living in Northeast Ohio, we want our kids to be snuggled in and buckled and feeling like really warm, but making sure their pants aren't too long and that their masks don't cover their face. We actually recommend that face paint is used, because a mask is usually one size fits all, and it doesn't always fit all children and can obstruct their view.
No, I don't know. I still look through my kids' candy.
Right.
So when it comes to treats, what would you recommend?
Definitely make it fun for them. Have them work through it with you. So maybe we can count together, we can sort together, but making sure it's not punctured, there's no holes, rips. And while we always appreciate those homemade treats from others, we want to refrain from eating them unless you know who they came from. So just being mindful of that.
This is great advice.
And you brought some stuff with you.
Yeah, so your kids look jazzy and they're running around and they're great, but what we can do as parents and caregivers is to help them be more seen. So also giving away prizes or treats that aren't candy or good. So reflective snap bracelets are all the jazz. So there you go. So yeah, making sure they're seen.
I can barely breathe now.
Glow sticks or light up things are always great, so that cars and people can notice their kiddos.
That's awesome.
And then just anything reflective, so whether or not it's something that hangs or they have reflective tape that you can get at cycling stores or maybe your local area, just making sure your kids are seen while they're out trick-or-treating, because it does get dark so early, and just they're reflective.
Nicole, thank you so much.
Great advice.
Thank you for having me.
Advice. Here's to a safe Halloween for all of us.
Definitely.
Yes, thanks for coming in.
Appreciate it.
And for more information, right there at the bottom of your screen.
AkronChildren's.org.
Thanks again. Still to come. We have tricks to help your teeth after all of those treats.
Yes, and also how to have a healthy Halloween. That's a carrot. Yes, stay tuned.
First you eat lettuce, then you eat chocolate.
This segment of Live on Lakeside is sponsored by Akron Children's Hospital.